Yes, Mr. Secretary, as I understand it, they can, the NRC can withdraw this, can let you withdraw it as with prejudice, they could let you withdraw without prejudice, or they could deny you from withdrawing the license application. In any case, if they let you withdraw it, waste confidence is an issue as we move forward. Are you going to propose legislation to effectively legislate waste confidence?
Well, again, it's we're going to take it one step at a time. The Blue Ribbon Commission is there to look at what we know now, also what they will anticipate things being developed for the coming decades. The NRC believes that the current storage, dry cast storage of waste doesn't pose an immediate environmental threat. We can do this. Also, we can store it safely, securely. So for many decades. And so we have time to develop a strategy. So the Blue Ribbon Commission is being asked to make recommendations, including legislative recommendations that would then go to Congress. And so again, rather than jumping at this, okay, given that the NRC has said that it could be half century before we actually have to do so, before it becomes an environmental challenge.
Let me just make one other comment that you can comment on. One of the things that's concerned me is we've talked a lot about the science and technology and all that kind of stuff here today, all important work. But at some point in time, this stuff's got to get out in the real world.
Right.
I think ARPA-E is a great start for particularly small new technologies, those kind of things that might not be able to compete in the real world until they have this chance of this kind of thing. What about NGNP? I understand you've awarded $40 million for the design work to two companies for two different designs on what the prismatic reactor and the pebble bed reactor. You're now negotiating final cost share. When are we going to start working with industry so that I as an appropriator and we as an appropriation committee know what's going to be expected of us? What's going to be the government's responsibility and share, and when does industry step in, and when are they going to take over? We need some, I think, formal type of group, organization, whatever, that works this out ahead of time. I'm surprised that after awarding these two things that we are now discussing with them cost share. You would think that would almost have been a done deal before the bids were awarded. I'm just saying, are we doing it right? Do we need a better organizational structure to work with industry? Because ultimately, we can do all the science in the world. If industry don't want it, it doesn't mean anything. It's got to be deployable.
I agree, but I think the Department of Energy has been a good partner with industry. We and with Congress legislation had a program to help companies go through the licensing. For example, for the new AP1000 nuclear reactor, that's still in its process, but that program after 2010 is ending, and it's well on its way. In these issues, any new design reactor, if industry is not going to pick it up, we don't really want to see this. These are big, expensive things, and so we will continue doing this in the small modular reactors. There's been a lot of new industry interest in this, so we are facilitating that, again, with the licensing, so we can actually help industry get going. But eventually, you want to step back and say, look, is this going to stand on its own? And that's, again, for example, this generation nuclear reactors,
yeah,
like the AP1000, after you build a couple of them, 2 or 3, that should be enough proof that you can build these things on time, on budget. Then let industry decide.
Okay. Let me ask just one follow-up, and then I can be done, Mr. Chairman, and I don't have to come back. So I'll be done. What would, if the NRC denied your withdrawal of the application, what would that do to your FY11 budget?
Good question. I think we're going to have to regroup there, wouldn't we? All right. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if
so, there's no ancillary plan. You assume they're going to
I think if they deny our request, then we'll have to,
Reassess would be the word.
well, we'll have to reassess where we are.
Okay, thank you.